What's up, guys? Rejinx here. So I saw a video on YouTube recently of a fella during the Oakland expansion opening, minting in Alameda, and I thought about it, and nobody's really recorded themselves during city openings much, and you could tell this was the fella's first opening, so he was figuring out the system. So I figured I could record myself during the stress test. Today's the stress test of Montecito in Los Angeles. And right now I'm floating in Los Angeles, and Montecito Heights is right here. And I can tell you I'm moving in the wrong direction. If you zoom in, I'm actually heading away from Montecito Heights. So I'm gonna have to. I won't be able to just mint what's around. I think the two spots I'm thinking about are here or here. I think I'm gonna go up here. The key is I'm trying to figure out where other people won't be, because I'm not looking to mint anything specific. I'm looking to mint the cheapest properties I can find, and really just anything. Because it's such a small area, it's gonna mint out extremely quickly. I think I'm gonna stick with my plan and come up here. And if you zoom in, you can see the property lines are already there. And I'm zooming out so I can get as many properties as possible. Now, there is ways to have more properties show up on your screen. By changing your zoom, you could actually create it where you can see a lot of the neighborhood all at once. The issue with that is it slows down your computer quite a bit, having to load all the extra properties. And it's trying to find the right balance during an opening, because you need to see, because we have to jump to an already purchased property, I have to find a property that's purchased. The property has to turn blue for me before I can ever even enter the neighborhood. So that means if I stay too zoomed in, if I keep it at, let's say 100, and I zoom in some, I'm not gonna have many options. So I could keep looking in this area, and properties up north of this end up being sold and I won't notice, right? So at least to start, we want to be as zoomed out as possible. But I am going to keep it on 100 zoom, just because I won't be able to change it once we start, and I don't want the game to take too much time loading. We're still quite a bit away. We're probably about 15 minutes away. I just wanted to start and do a little research on the neighborhood. I think I'm going to start recording again right before the city drops. Alright, we just got the 5-minute warning. Generally, I'll keep an eye on this clock. This will be like my countdown timer. So it was basically right at 1 minute, 1 hour and 50 minutes. So when this gets to around 45 minutes, that's whenever it's going to go. Now, they have released 30 seconds to a minute early before. So lately, they've been pretty good. About 5 minutes is 5 minutes. But you always want to be prepared. So it seems like they turned off other block explorers, because I turned on the block explorers to see where other players were floating, because we will only be able to enter the neighborhood once another player purchases a property, because we'll be able to send in his property. But they turned off block explorers, so it's going to be a gamble. We're just going to have to look over an area and hope we catch one quick. And also, generally, if you're just staring at the map, these properties, which are currently locked in a won't unlock just while you're staring at it. So you have to like click in and click out, and every time you click in, it resets it. So you'll see me right at the time when it's about to open, just clicking over and over and over again. I'll pick one property, and so this is the edge of the neighborhood. Right now they currently only have the properties laid out in Montecito, so we don't need the neighborhood lines. And since that'll slow down my computer just a hair, I'm going to leave them off. I don't even know how much I'm going to be slowed down by streaming, but I don't think it'll be that big of a deal. So this area, and this area, that's our main spot. I mean, if we see one of these go, we'll send there, but these would be problematic, to be honest. Because if you would send to one of these big properties, you may not be in range to mint anything else. So I really would like to send to one of these small properties in one of these areas. I see a lot of FSA, so that might be a good sign that they're a little cheaper here. That'd be great. Really hard to tell. Right now, they're currently still locked, so we can't see the prices. we can see their sizes. So the average property here is about 57 UP2. That was a big one. Even these small ones are that's FSA. So if you zoom in, these are all FSAs. But so it looks like we'll be buying in the 50 UP2 range if we can get something down here. I'm gonna start my clicking adventure. Let me zoom out. There we go. Boom. This is the most I can see in one. I think I'm gonna just hit this property here. And as soon as I see a mint price and all the properties around it turn gray, I know we're good to go. Once the city actually releases, I'm probably going to be extremely quiet, just because usually the only words that come out my mouth while I'm in a stress test is cursing, and I'm going to try not to do that. So, and that's even if you've done this before, this can be a frustrating experience, because right when the city releases, everything's probably going to lock up for a few seconds. Things are going to be sold even though they're not shown as sold. There's a lot of issues that can pop up because so many people are trying to buy such a small number of properties at the same time. Should be coming very soon now. And the hardest part is once it unlocks, it's waiting to see that first sold property, because you know people are minting and there's nothing you can do. Okay, it should be extremely soon. Oh, here we go, it's unlocked. Nothing. Please don't just all pop minted. Here we go. Come on, come on. Come on. This is the kind of thing that happens. I should open up a second browser. That was a mistake on my part. Just refresh. It was just taking too long. Come on, give it to me. These will all be gone. A lot of loading times. These loading times are killing us. I'm gonna refresh again. Come on. That one might have been a mistake. One thing I didn't do this time that I often do is go into two browsers at once, and I didn't do that. Come on. Now the whole game's locked up. Okay, so this whole area is going to be gone. Okay. This may have been one of my worst openings ever. Whole city's basically gone. Let me check that one again. Okay. Let's see if there's any areas that got missed. I can click in here, but I'm pretty sure those will be gone. Yeah. Maybe the float out to that one. I only got 2 sends left, so this will be my last send. And I froze up, so that's probably it. So yeah, I think I got 3. That's worse than I do most of the time, but I think this is a bigger release. And this is a pretty small neighborhood, so I'm sure a lot of people would be happy with 3. And I'm sure some people got 10, right? It's just the luck of the draw. So loading. Yep. So for sure now with this, we're definitely not going to get anything else. Everything's going to be sold. Error. Let's see. It still didn't. There it is. It's blue. Okay. Every once in a while you'll see a prop that's like a float out prop that might stay a little longer. Yeah, I just wasted a send. It turned blue as soon as I hit send. Oh well. Okay, so that's it. I only got 1 send left, and I'm going to need that to go back to the train station if they don't add sends. So, yeah, even though there's a few here and there, I can't send to them. So yeah, I think, let's see what I got. It's showing 1, but I'm pretty sure, there we go, 3. 3 properties. Not great, but it's something, and I'll be able to sell those for a little bit of markup probably. I'm about to start looking at the secondary market, but that's a whole nother video. Thanks for watching, guys.